AD has approved KC-1400 collective. Everybody want to hear me say that? This is what it's all about. They're around. They are supporting. The money is going directly to our student athletes. They're signing deals. They have contracts. Let's do it. I mean, without this collective, we won't be successful. We won't be able to sustain our student athletes. I mean, 1400 Collective have done a really, really good job of keeping a lot of our athletes here. You know, if you saw them sign a lot of our athletes, but we got to do our part. So I know after the day, we're going to click that 1400 Collective. We're going to give one of those tiers, and we're going to make sure that we give to this collective so we can continue to give to our student athletes and support them and give them what I need. And I want to thank you all, Ken, TD, D-Core, C,
T-Dub.
Yeah, T-Dub, everyone that created and helped create it. I know I'm missing some names.
Great day to be a Tiger. JSU by 40 campaign. Coach Taylor, I was just thinking, I was sitting in my office and we were talking about Jackson State athletics, the tradition of Jackson State. You played here. What if 50,000 alums gave $40 a month for 12 months?
Man, that would be huge. That's money in the bank for athletic program.
Let's do this, Coach. I'm challenging all 50,000 alumni of Jackson State University, supporters, fans. Let's give $40 a month to JSU by 40 campaign. 12 months, 12 million. September to August, let's win championships in the classroom. Let's support Jackson State University. Let's support athletics. And let's make sure our coaches and our student athletes are successful. So again, Coach Taylor and I are challenging you, all 50,000 alums, $40 a month for 12 months to support Jackson State athletics. Go Tigers.
Go Tigers.
Support the JSU by 40 campaign. Visit gojsutigers.com/JSU by 40.
What's going on, everybody? Happy Wednesday. I'm excited because my boy LeBron just hit the game winner to beat the Pacers. Oh, man. Welcome back, man. Boy, we needed a vacation. We needed a vacation. I needed a vacation. Y'all needed a vacation. Happy to be back, man. Feeling refreshed, feeling charged up, feeling good, man. Hopefully everybody's been doing good. I'm not going to just jump into some stuff. You know how we get down, man. And right on time, the diesel has arrived.
Hey, what's up, man? How you doing?
Hey, man, good to see you, bro. Welcome back. You know what I'm saying? It's been a little minute.
It's good to be seen on this side, bro.
Hey, man, listen. How you feeling, bro? I feel good, man. I feel good. Now I'm gonna let you answer, but I just want folks to understand. Your boy was tired. We talked, and I just tired, period. You know what I'm saying? Just when you start feeling burnout, you got to take a break. And that's what we did. And I feel good, man. I haven't – this guy right here, man. Hey, shout out to Travis, man. Man, resting is good, Brother Carr. But, TD, how you feeling, man? How you been, bro?
Man, I just ramped it up, man. I just end up being in the gym more, doing more things, running around with my daughter, man. Got her in a lot of activities now, trying to, let her find her footing and what she want to do. So she in softball and AU basketball and singing.
Okay.
Just a lot of stuff, man. So I'm still moving and shaking, bro.
That's good, man. Tiger Nation, how y'all doing, man? It's been a little minute. Man, we wanted to stack a few days, it got a little quiet for a minute. And I would say after the SWAC tournament and all the emotional roller coaster that we went on, man, we just all needed a break. We all needed a break, man. It was spring break. So I was like, look, I'm taking spring break too.
That's right.
TD and I talked, and I said, bro, man, I ain't looked at nothing. I unplugged. All that good stuff, man. And I feel great, man. I really do. Won't be hey, y'all know how I do. But we ain't gonna be on here all night tonight. We're gonna stretch this thing out a little bit, but we're gonna have a couple of talking points. I did want to highlight the scrimmage that we had on Saturday. I had an opportunity to attend that. And then also we had pro day today. Shout out to all of the athletes from Jackson State as well as Mississippi Valley Alcorn. and all the universities and colleges around the greater metropolitan Jackson area. We appreciate the teams that did come up and hosted the pro day. I thought the guys looked great. They had some really good, impressive numbers and metrics. Some did really well. Some didn't do what they feel like they probably could have done. But hey, you throw it all at the wall and see what sticks, huh, bro?
That's right.
And it's been good, man. But a lot happening in Tigerland, man. A lot going on, bro. It's just been a very eventful day. The basketball portal has opened. Happy shopping to the coaches, Coach Margaret. I had a chance, CD, to go talk to Coach Margaret Richards today. I met with her today. Talked about some NIL opportunities, and then also we're going to have Coach Margaret to join us next month sometime. We're going to wait until she free up her schedule. She's hard at it right now, hitting the ground rolling when it comes to recruiting. Excited about the future of the women's basketball team. Had a chance to talk to Coach Trey Johnson, who happened to be at Junior Day TD at the scrimmage, and we talked about some, the end of the basketball season for the men, and kind of little people under the tent, who they're going after in the portal. And hey, man, I'm content with it, man. All is well in at Jackson State, man. Jackson State sports under our leadership. 80 of the year, 80 to Ashley Robinson and administration. So that's what I'm with it.
Did Coach Richard happen to mention anything of maybe going out after another coach?
No, I didn't touch on that at the moment. I think that right there would probably be, we'll know if she does. And y'all, what we're gonna do. We're gonna send the blitz, right up the A gap, TD. We're gonna find out who the coach is. We're gonna try to talk to him. You know what I'm saying? Get him on either this platform or Tiger Talk, one of the two. But yeah, man, it's we just talked about we talked about under this new NIL era, man. So listen, I do want to plant this seed. When we do bring her on, we're gonna do just like we did for Coach Smiggery. We're gonna take up the collection plate. Whatever we collect, we'll go in the pot towards NIL efforts, bro. And I just tell you like this right here. I have the list of recruits that she's going after. We got some ideas, kind of what it's gonna cost her, us to land some big fish. And let me just tell you like this, Titty, she going big fish hunting.
Really?
T.
Getting the boat going out in the middle. Throwing it out.
Hey, got every rod that you can find out of Dick's. And I ain't talking, I'm just saying, sporting goods, Academy Sports. we gonna look, I'm gonna clean that up. That's my bad. Wrong store. And y'all know Dick's is actually one of the best at this, but I don't want it to go left. We're gonna say the best fishing rod you can get out of what? Academy or Bass Pro Shop. How about that?
Bass, yes.
She's going big game hunting, man. I like what she's doing, man. It was a great business conversation. And she got a roster. She had it built out on the board. Hey, we got a really good team that she's formulated thus far, man. And I can't wait to break down the entire roster once everybody's in. We got 2 freshmen that have been committed. We got 2 JUCO kids, and we got about 3 players returning. So as of right now, we're sitting at about 7 on the. Ooh, is it 7 or is it?
I mean, she always swing for the fences now. She always swing for the fences.
She do. And I love it, man. I got a chance to talk to her, bro, about the last play. Still ain't got over it yet. You know what I mean? But we make peace with it, right? Wasn't what that obviously that wasn't what was drawn up. Feel like there was a little bit of panic. But you learn from it and you grow from it. And in her mind, this is what she said. She was like, look, man, we played Southern, who blew everybody out in the tournament. We were the only team that played them close, and we've had a chance to beat them. And we feel like we let one get away. And she also feels as well as we feel is that had we got a chance to get into the championship game, we would have won the tournament. It's just that simple. So came down to one play. She wanted to get something going to the basket, TD. She wanted to get the ball in the hands of a playmaker in the open court so she can create a drive with us being in the bonus. Wasn't able to get the ball into she wanted to get it to TD3 and wasn't able to get the ball into her. So her second option was JC. J5. And J5 had just scored our last 7 points. So she felt confident in her getting the ball and thought she would have done something good with it. And like I said, man, if you've ever had a moment, hopefully Cotton can grow from it. And I'm pretty sure she wished she had that moment back. And it was just a great conversation altogether, man. I was more, you know how we get down, bro. I'm a recruiting guy. So anytime I got my research cut out for me, I like the forwards as well as the guards that she's looking at possibly bringing in, and the bigs, bro. So it's going to be a good time once we get everybody in. Got a big recruiting trip coming up in a couple of weeks. Hopefully I'm able to be back for that to support in some type of way. Really like the players she's bringing in. And like I said, I won't spoil it because I know when you recruit, you don't want to really shine too big of a light on it. But let's just say we talk about them when they become Tigers. How about that?
For sure. I mean, at the end of the day, you know, our hats off, and we still congratulate she and the staff for what they did. I mean, the expectation was super exceeded. Definitely, you know, saying in my from my point of view, I wasn't expecting that. I don't think many people was. And the fact that she even made it that far, I know it ended up being a letdown because, you know, that one play and it wasn't successful. However, you know, to get to where she got into from the, you know, from the history of her, you know, coming aboard, it was pretty spectacular, pretty good. So now the bar, you know, you use the example that this was her open hand in spade.
Yep, Spurs' hand was open. Hey man, she went more than. Hey man, when you play in spades,
that Boston now, bro.
Hey, TD, what you know what happened? Somebody looked at their cell phone and didn't pay attention to the board, bro, and you wound up winning the book that was already won.
Right.
Man, listen, if you playing with me, you better pay attention to the board, bro. I'm gonna cuss you out if you're sitting at the table because it's serious over these parts, bro. You know what I'm saying? But nevertheless, man, we salute her, and it was, like I said, it was a great talk. Looking forward to having her on the show in April. So next month, be on the lookout for Coach Margaret Richards to pull up. But next up, man, men's basketball. As I said, I talked to Coach Trey Johnson. TD, I wanted to touch on this real quick. He talked about style of play. Coach Mo, in his exit interview, he said, we're not going to play the same way we played last year. He wants to play faster. Talked about potentially having Deshaun more on the ball. We're not expected to have Kevion to be back. He's probably going to miss the entire year with the injury recovery. Looking for Dorian McMillan for more of an expanded guard scoring role, which I like that. You know, also she's bringing in those the three freshman phenoms led by Mike Williams, Mo Williams' son, who I think is an absolute freaking dog, by the way. He's one of those. He could potentially be the SWAC. I'm gonna go out on a way too early prediction, TD. Mike Williams is gonna be the SWAC freshman of the year. We're gonna back to back on that award, bro.
You really feel that high about that young man?
TD, I'm gonna say it like this right here. I'm gonna tell you what I told Coach Richards today. I know basketball, bro. I ain't missed yet on a recruit. I look at small things, bro. And I'm just telling you right now, Mikey Williams got it, bro. That kid is special. And I'm not saying it because his daddy's son. I watched him, bro. That joker is special, bro. I think Mikey Williams could, man, listen. Don't ask me, is he better than his daddy at the time that he was? The game has evolved. In some aspects, he's a little better than his dad. But in other aspects, his dad was just a much better athlete, you know what I mean, all around. But TD, he plays with he plays with pace, man. He's so smooth. He don't rush himself. He can play on the ball, but he's a bucket, bro. He got a package, man. That's hey, man, he's a pro. I'm telling you, TD. He different, dog. And I like Mason too. His other son a dog, bro. I'm just telling you, man. I went to go watch him. I went to go watch Germantown put that G-Town smackdown on my Massachusetts Jaguar. Look, I know your high school got a dub back to back. By the way, you know what I'm saying. Shout out to my brother BJ Townsend and those Can Tigers up there, X119. I talked to him for a second, TD. He had them 2 trophies out there with the team out there. Hey, man. Hey. Look, I ain't no hater, man.
Yeah, I got to reach out to him. BJ owed me a shirt. We'll talk about that on
Hey, but no, man. But this is what Coach Mo said, and Coach Trey confirmed it talking to him, bro, because his son is a football player, even though he started on the basketball team at Germantown. He's a ball hawk type cornerback, and he was excited about becoming a Tiger, right? All right. You won't see us go double big like we did last season with Big Shannon and Romeo Mansell. We played a very slow half-pace, half-court game. You won't see that in next season. Coach wants to play with that. His 5, listen to me, his 5, TD, he want to go anywhere from 6'8" to 6'10", 6'11", but he want an athletic center that can with a mid-range game that can also step out to shoot the ball. And he want to go with 4 guards, man. 4 guards, or let me just say guards and wings, four wings. So he's gonna play more of a 4 out, 1 in, and you guys understand that. You know what I mean? He had I won't say the player that he mentioned because again, it's recruiting season. Just know that actually there's a couple of players. They both sit around 6'8". And let's just say that the portal is looking real lovely right now for the men. It's over 1,100 men's basketball players that have already hit the portal, and the portal opened up on Monday. And TD, it's over 75 SWAC players that already entered the portal. So this new era of revenue sharing going in 25, 26, the guys got to hit the portal if they had a good year just to test the waters. But let's just be real. Some of these guys are going to be looking for a home because they're not going to get picked up. You got some game changers that's leaving the SWAC to go to other places, and then you got some guys that's just gonna be some paid reserves, bro. But you want to be on the court and you want to be playing. I will say this, since this is JSU Sports Chat, TD.
Go for it.
Guess who isn't? We had a few players that hit the portal. I can tell you right now, there is some strategic roster makeup and rebuilding that's happening on the hands of the coaches. And one thing we can sit proudly of, TD, we don't lose. We haven't. Shout out to A.D. Robinson and the administration and the coaches, bro. I mean this. Shout out to Tiger Nation too, because we all play a part. Boone has been on this he head of our research department for Tiger Talk. It's over 1,285 men's basketball players in the portal now, bro. Since Monday, so 3 days, and I'm just telling you, we can get the pick of the litter. I think there was some rumblings of Gramblin's head basketball coach is heading over to Alabama A&M. I don't know. I don't keep up with them, but it was just kind of through talking. So a lot of their players hit the portal, and it looks like everybody's staring at a rebuild. Alabama State beat us, but they, Hines, what's the other kid name? Knox, I think is his name. But all their guards that had a good tournament, they all hit the portal.
And they played Auburn pretty tough too.
They played Auburn really well, bro. They really did.
Yeah, they did.
That kid from Memphis, Mir Knox, I think is his name. Man, Knox is a baller, bro. He's from Memphis, played out of Bartlett High School. One of my teammates from JUCO, brother Greg. He played at Bartlett High. It's some ballers come out of Bartlett, man. Suburbs of Memphis.
Yeah, man. So, again, shout out to them for representing the SWAC, man. They didn't go in there and get embarrassed, and they wasn't afraid, man. So
they wanted to SWAC some money.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So, right. But man, it's been
so what's the deal with so what do you think is the effort with these basketball players hitting the portal like that? I mean, what are they seeing? We know football players, they feel like they need to go to the next level.
Well,
play for competition. I mean, what's the deal? Oh, so
are you to get a good payday? You got to do it, because if I was playing ball right now, I'm just telling you right now, if my situation didn't call for it, hell, one thing that I don't like though, did you see the young brother who played for Michigan? He's still playing in the Sweet 16 right now. TD Heaton already entered his name in the portal. That's crazy right now. I think the portal should open after the tournament is over. I don't think this should be open right now. It's just too coaches are trying, especially if you're making a deep run into the tournament. They got a head start on you now because they're making calls. If you're coaching, bro, you got to be hunting, you got to be recruiting, these schools are going to have to hire, big time recruiting staff. They're gonna go, most of these athletic programs are gonna go to the GM model, TD, where you have a president of basketball operations. It's gonna look more like the NBA. Watch what happens.
Okay, and this point I was making, I know you said, they got to get paid, go get their money, but I know over 1,200 players not getting paid.
No, it's the potential. So what I'm saying, everybody didn't have a good season. Some people want a better situation. I understand the D3, NAIA, D2, lower Division I guys looking for a potential uptick. But let me say it this way, TD, I'll use a school like Wichita State or VCU who doesn't have football, right? Mm-hmm. The bulk of their money and their athletic budget, TD, is going to go to basketball.
Right.
So imagine a player like Amir Knox going to get an opportunity to go play for VCU. VCU, the average player for VCU, 15 scholarships, is going to get paid about $375K just because their money, their revenue sharing that you're going to see, the revenue sharing is going to be a lot higher because they don't have to split their budget with football. So if I'm a kid and I'm playing basketball, hell, I'm going to A10, Big East. I'm going somewhere where ain't no football, bro. I'm looking at the St. John's. The St. John's ain't got no football team. I don't think so. I'm looking at those type programs. But somebody put a comment in the chat, TD, because of the demand for money, St. Francis, who lost to Alabama State, they just announced, TD, that in the 2026, 2025, the next season, they dropping down to D3 for all their sports. They getting out of it, man. They like, look, we not finna try to stay D1, man, and try to compete at this level. That was their first NCAA tournament berth in shucks, man, over 20 years, I think. So
you might get a little school like Tougaloo might be able to grab a couple of players. Well, I don't know.
It's possible.
Yeah,
it's possible. So he said, look at this. 889 players hit the portal in the first 12 hours on Monday, bro. And this is the thing. So there's a clip. Hey, sis, how you doing, baby? I'm gonna say so shout out to Coach Jones, Robert. I think it's Robert Jones, Norfolk State. See, he had a clip that I'm gonna see if I can find it here in a little bit, man. But he talked about how really, bro, at this point, shit, we a school like a Norfolk State, right? He's like, man, we just a glorified JUCO. He was like, you have to. He like, bro, you gotta revamp your roster every year. He said, I have so much more respect now for JUCO coaches because of the roster turnover.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like every year or two, you're gonna have to recruit new players. So you got to re-recruit your team, and then you got to add fresh blood in there. So gone are the days where you're gonna see certain teams have continuity all the way through. It's gonna kind of look like what Calipari used to do with them when he used to go get them the top freshmen and he just leaned into it, bro. So
how many of those ladies are we retaining for the basketball team, the women's basketball team?
As of right now, it's hold on just a second. That we are retaining 4. So we got 4, and then so far we got committed 2 JUCO, and then we got 2 freshmen so far. So I'll just leave it at that. And
4 more than we had last year.
Yeah, and then it's also a little bit more intentionality with Coach. Right. So I love it, man. I like where we at. And again, as I stated, recruiting is everything. Go get those players, bro. You get them dogs, you put them in there, you and then Coach gets to pick who she want to build a team with. She got time now, bro. It's March, bro. She was very comfortable in the office, making phone calls, got Zoom set up, all that good stuff, man. It's not in haste. Got a foundation. She ain't got to put together 15 new players, bro.
Right.
So it's gonna make a difference. But yeah, to finish up with men's basketball, finish up with that one. I just wanted to say I like the strategy that Coach Mo has. It's going to be interesting to see. He has his eyes set on a particular guard and a particular big. Yes, she is, Jason. She is. So no worries there. Unless they decide to, hit the portal or whatever, you know what I mean? So we'll see how it goes, man. But we're gonna see. We're gonna see what Coach Mo decides to do. And honestly, when you look at it, this team is gonna be a lot younger, faster, more athletic, and he's gonna play with a lot more speed and pace. You want to run and gun almost. I don't have a problem with it. I thought we played at times. We played a little too slow. I want to get some fast break points, TD. I want to get out on that. I want to get out on that wing and let's roll. I like the way Alabama State was pushing the pace. Use it as a weapon. Use it as a means to apply pressure to some of these teams that you play against.
And look, some people have an issue with with dunking sometimes. But look, man, that add intensity to the game. People get fired up behind that, especially on the fast break.
Who got issues with dunking? Hell, this ain't the
Kareem
era, the Bill Walton area where you just jump up there and finger roll.
Just lay the ball up, man.
Yes, my response to that is try to tear the damn rim out the backboard.
Every time.
So the portal went from being open 45 days to 30, so things would happen a lot faster than normal. Yeah, that's a good point. Great point. All right, we're moving right along, man. Let's jump into you got anything else on the basketball? I don't want to move too fast.
Again, we gave a shout out to Coach Rich, shout out to Coach Mo too. His third season, he made progress each year. He and the staff. So congratulations to them. Shout out to them. Let's keep building on that. And I like what you're saying. Let's run.
Yeah. If you look at it, where we are for both programs, and I'll say this as we get ready to move on to our next topic. We were right there for both of them. With Coach Mo, we lost in the championship game, and we winning the whole game. So the next step for us is to win the SWAC championship, and then to win the SWAC tournament. Let me start over. Win the regular season, then win the tournament, and then let's go win an NCAA game or potentially more. You know what I mean? So that's the goal. Create a mid-major powerhouse at Jackson State. And each year, TD, we did a record comparison from Mo's first 3 years versus Coach Brent. He's way ahead of schedule compared to where Coach Brent was. I think Coach Brent was 28, 26, something to that effect. Mo might be 35, 17, something like that. So we're making progress, man. Just when you really start looking at the numbers and take the emotions out of it, you really can't tell the story as far as what kind of progression you've seen. And then there's an uptick in recruiting. So staff does a good job of closing deals with recruits, and I like what we got going on. So but to your point, I'm with you, onward and upward. Now with women's basketball, TD, we were one play away from the championship game. So Coach Margaret got her first victory of her career in the SWAC tournament. Now we build on that. Let's get to the championship game. Let's see what happens next. And that starts with what we're doing now. Listen, family, the link is in the chat. I'm telling you guys right now, we need your support. Man, click the link, sign up for the NIL Collective if you have not. If you haven't, please do so. Don't want to keep pounding beating a dead horse, but hey, listen, this is an alive tiger. We're whooping an alive tiger right now. We need you to click the link. Because, TD, I'm going to just tell you right now, our contribution to the women's basketball program is going to be $10,000. I'm going to just put that out there. Just let them know that's where we at right now. And it can be more if we get more signups and more commitments. You can actually, if you become a diamond or a platinum member, you can designate where you want your donations to go to. And you can select women's basketball. So if you want to cut a check for women's basketball through the collective, do so. We'll let her understand that. We did have one sign up. So this is how we got to that numbers thus far. It's from the money left over from what we collected under our previous coach, Coach Tamika Reed, legendary. Shout out to her. and hopefully she does well at Colorado. I mean, not Colorado, Charlotte in year 2. But we used some of that money for NIL deals in 24. And we had a balance left over, and then there you go, it's 37-17 regular season conference game. Appreciate that, Travis. And then you factor in we did have one sign up TD of that wanted to designate their money to go directly to women's basketball. So that was able to get us there. She got some other things that she's brewing. Shout out to the Tiger Fund. They always they the head of the snake, really, when it comes to athletics and administration, when it comes to funding and all of that good stuff. I know they're going to be supporting, and some alumni is going to be supporting in a major way. How many have joined the collective? Little over 350. We got a little over 350 there. But again, football is a healthy tab. We've added track. We've added baseball. We've added softball. And I think that's it thus far. Correct me if I missed anything, TD. 15 football, 4 softball, 3 baseball, 7 track. So ain't a whole lot left over to spread, because at this point we spread nothing out of nothing. So we need more signups. We had an initiative to get to 50 signups in the month of March. We hadn't really moved that. I think we only got about 5. So definitely we know that the numbers have slowed down. But if you thought about it, them lumps, even if it's a digital level, think about it. A digital sign up is $250. So if you got that, let's get a bunch of them sign ups from a digital standpoint, and we'll go from there. But yeah, that's what we're gonna do. And like I said, when she comes on the show, she can tell you out of her own mouth what she needs and how you can better support the program in its capacity. And I just want to tell y'all right now, this is year 1 of revenue sharing. This is year 4 of NIL, and it ain't going nowhere. So this is a new norm. We got to be very strategic with our money, with how we support in various different ways. The university is doing a fantastic job already with laying a great foundation for this, and I'm pretty anxious to see how it's going to go. TD, we have a NIL summit coming up the week after Blue and White Week. I will be in attendance, so if you guys have any questions about NIL, that will be a good time to potentially I'll get with compliant JSU compliance to see what kind of information is out there that we can share, and we just kind of go from there. I like Brother E says, hey, what's up, baby? How you doing, man? Coach E, doing a fantastic job, by the way, I must say. I'm going to drop that link on you, bro. I'm going to have you come up. Matter of fact, if you're free, you can come up and talk about Pro Day, man. How about that, brother? How about that? How about that, Coach E? E6, Coach? There you go for that. The link for E says, if you're free now. If you're not free, don't worry about it. But if you're free, come on up. You know what I'm saying? We'd love to talk to you. If you want to stay there, you got to support. That's facts.
I mean, he can talk about Pro Day, but we got to get his first few days on the job.
I was just trying to use Pro Day to lure him up.
Oh,
hey, he can go however he want to go, but he's doing a great job, man. Javance and I were talking about it. He don't know that we were talking about him today. I asked Coach Mario how he was doing. He's like, man, he's doing what he was already doing when he was playing. But now he's doing it as a coach, man, and it just was a smooth transition. And man, he's doing a fantastic job. I was thinking about this TD when we was watching the 40 run the 40 times today. I said, man, look at Esaias, bro. I said, Esaias just finished football. He's not out here trying to be he already done had his pro day. You know what I'm saying? He slid right into coaching, which is everybody go pro in something. Not everybody's going to be a professional player, but shout out to him for the path that he's chosen. I think he's going to have a fantastic long coaching career, man, because he has a bright football mind. So shout out to you, Coach E6.
Right, and the thing with that, I mean, it been talking about Esaias being a coach on the field for the last the few years that he's been here, and the thing with that, we always known him to be a mature young man, in business mind and decision. And sometimes people see the light before others. You know what I'm saying? And one of the key things to life is go ahead and own up to what it is, deal with what it is, face it, and keep moving. So that's why a lot of success go with E6 and the things that he do. Some people don't get there as fast. So congratulations to him for doing that. And now he's been, he luring, other young men in and showing them the ropes and the way to go about doing some things. So that right there deserves that award.
Hey, Aqua, she got the email too, CT. We go, hey, well, hello there, fella.
How you doing, man? What's up?
How's it going, coach?
I'm good, man. I can't complain. I can't complain.
Hey man, the show is yours, man. Thank you for joining us, bro. We just saw you, but we had to come clock in. 9 p.m. Monday, Wednesday, Friday is clock in time, baby. So
yeah,
since you joined us, congratulations first and foremost, man. On a serious note, tell us how your first few weeks in the coaching ranks have been, bro.
Yeah, I mean, it's been good. It's been real well. I think it's important just to note that I've always kind of been that guy to the younger guys, who was a mentor and kind of a coach before taking the title. So just having the title now kind of didn't really change too much. I kind of just had to, the young guy, the new guys, they don't know me. So going through film and stuff, I just had to make sure I pointed myself out, let them know, I had it. I had it. I did do that. You know what I'm saying? So just doing that for the young guys. But yeah, I mean, it's been great. I love it. It's really natural to me. I think it's a little different for the coaching staff to kind of see me out there. Because if you know me, I'm kind of like the jokester and just goofy. But just to see me coach and kind of get into that serious mode, for them is probably an adjustment.
TD, go ahead, bro.
Yeah, what's going on, E6, man? Thanks for joining us. And look, bro, I wanted to say, for myself and Tiger Nation, first of all, thank you, for bringing your talent here. I mean, we heard the stories of, you being one of the first to join Coach Taylor and Coach Owens, as a player to come here, and you were highly, salted. So thanks for bringing your talent and what you brought on the field. And like I just spoke, we already respect your mind, your business mind. And I know the first interview you did with Ken, you had a lot of things to say that gained my respect. And so now not only did you speak on it, you lived through it. And, you had a really, really good career on the field for the Tigers. So again, thanks for that, man. So, and they always said that you was a player coach. Now that you don't have to, where they had a plan around the line of scrimmage, how different do you feel now with not having the shoulder pads and the helmet on, calling the plays? What was it better for you being there, in the trenches with them, or is it better looking back, seeing it and scoping it and being able to call?
I think it's kind of harder, just because I can't. It's like, dang, like if I'm out there, I can kind of just move this guy exactly where I want him to go, and do it that way. So it's harder to kind of. It's more of like kind of just coaching them inside the classroom, coaching them before the play and after the play is over, so that they can go back out there and kind of do what you're coaching them to do. So that part is kind of just the hardest part. It's just like, damn, like. I was just out there, so I'm like, dang, like I really just like, it's frustrating to me, just in that part of it, but it's making me grow and making me look back and just say, dang, like it makes me self-reflect, right? Because as a player a few months ago, was I really being the best leader that I could be by not leaving it in better hands in the fact that me just giving the guys that were there that same type of knowledge that I had, right? And so now I start self-reflecting like, dang, I should have been carrying more guys along with me through the process, right? Because now I get to realize the kind of difference between me from when I was out there to when I was not. Because for me, I'm just like, yo, like one thing I always did was I played 24 games from Jackson State. I started 24 games for Jackson State. Well, more than that, just because after championship and everything. But every game I played and I started in, and I never got taken out, and I was always there. So I never had to see it without me, and see how it would be without the guy that kind of orchestrated stuff. And so I definitely should have, looking back on it, carried a guy along with me like BJ Washington or Shamar, who is still there, so that they can follow up behind me and be able to do exactly what I was doing in the moment. So yeah, I mean, just that part of the self-reflection, and kind of just beating myself up about it in that sense.
Hey, do you feel like I'll let you jump in there, TD? How has the transition for the for the team, like the DB room? How has that been for them? How receptive have they been to your voice? You know what I mean? Like, I know you say when you're a teammate, you're in the trenches with them. Now you just took the helmet off. Now you got a whistle and a ball cap. And I got to be honest with you. When I came to practice, it was an adjustment for me. I'm like, man, this is cool, you know. But how receptive to the coaching has your former teammates been now that they see you as a coach on the staff now?
Yeah, I mean, again, man, I was always kind of that coach in the classroom to the guys while we were watching film or just doing different stuff throughout the season. So they kind of seen it going exactly how it was, and then just the fact that it kind of was being, brought up throughout the season, like, yeah, like he's probably gonna join the staff, he's probably gonna be this. So they kind of was like getting ready for it. So it's been easy in that sense, because I've always been real good at, just correcting stuff in our film rooms and stuff like that. So it hasn't been a tough transition. Again, I think it is a little weird for them to see me out of the pads and talk to them and be serious with them in that note, just because, yeah, we were just in the locker room together playing, and I do wear a different hat. But I think the biggest thing, I think LeBron said it, I mean, like, winning championships is great, and, getting all the accolades is great, but I think the biggest accolade that you can have is the respect from your peers right there along with you, and allowing it, and then them allowing you to be their voice throughout the season and stuff like that. And so that the respect they've given me as a player, and it always was the same way. And so when they switched over to being a coach, it kind of just carried over really well.
Yeah. So what I was about to ask, so what you were saying, basically, it was easier when you was on the field to go grab somebody and say, "Hey, go over there, get over there."
Yeah.
Now that you're on the sideline, your arm's not that long, you can't reach anyone to put your hands on them to tell them. You can't, reach your hands out there and tell them, what to get in and what to line up and everything.
Yeah.
And that was a good question by Ken, as far as the respect, because you mentioned before that you like to joke and do pranks and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Now that I see in the serious mode, I mean, I know every now and then you probably still get caught up in someone maybe not taking you serious.
Yeah, always. It definitely happens. Just got to check it. I think I'm being more hard on that, just being able to check it in the moment, so that they can understand the fact that it is a different role that I'm in now. And it's not because I don't want to play with them or anything like that. I think it's great that I have that relationship with the guys as well, because that's the relationships you want to have with your guys. And I think that's a big part of recruiting and player retention and all that, having that relationship. But still being understanding, I mean, just for them to understand like the switch of it all. You know what I'm saying? So that's just a big thing. But yeah, they definitely it's definitely a few times where I catch myself sometimes. I'll just be sitting in the locker room. I'm like, damn, I've been here a little long. Hold up, I'm not a player. Let me go back to my office or something. So yeah, so I definitely had to catch myself sometimes just to make sure that we're not too comfortable, but comfortable enough. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Hey, so I want to ask this question by my brother Emmett Jones. He asked, "Are you a grad assistant or a full-time assistant, and is he going to grad school?"
Yeah, I'm currently in grad school now.
Yep.
So my official title is a defensive analyst and Nichols coach. So yeah.
Man, I gotta ask you this though. So, for what you can share, bro, like, how did those conversations go about? You know what I mean? It's a little different. Did you step to coach? Did coach step like? How did it come about? Like,
Yeah,
how did
I
you
mean,
get from where you were? I know we were all waiting. We all hope that you got that year back, man. NCAA
yeah,
tripping anyway.
yeah,
But anyway, once it was almost like the plan was in play. Like, if I don't get this year, this is what I'm doing. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? And happy for you in grad school. I actually did write that recommendation. I put
You
it in
did. I
there.
appreciate that.
He made sure to follow up. Good
Yeah.
stuff, bro. But no, I want to just fly on the wall type, whatever you can share. How did the conversation go? Who initiated it, and how did when your role was defined? Give us a little bit about what you're able to share about that conversation.
Yeah, I mean, it was always a kind of a topic, just going through the season, and me just, kind of honestly, last year I was, it was last year I was beaten up pretty bad, just body wise. I had surgery after the spring, but I actually tore up my thumb really bad in the season beforehand, the 23 season. I was really in the box a lot, really playing box safety a lot. And that's kind
Right.
of like where you see us adjust at this year, right? So I was in the box a lot. I tear up my hand up really bad, probably like game 8, but I'm still playing in the box and stuff. And I wait to get surgery just so I can go through the spring. Because I did realize, this is how the game is now. Transfer portal rate, bringing in guys to take everybody's spot, just how it is. And so I wanted to make sure I was playing through the spring. So I always play, I would just tape it up. So you can see just pictures of that, me having my stuff taped up. And so me kind of coming back for the 24 season after the spring, it kind of like, I didn't say too much, but it was like, I do want to play ball and I do know what we got. But my body was just so beaten up. Like it was crazy. Like it's nuts. Again, like I said, like I played however many games between the 2 seasons that we've played. And I played and started every game without any injuries, where you'll see guys injured, you'll see guys moving through the rotation. And one thing that has always remained the same was me, no matter what game you look at. Um, and so taking that on, I never missed a practice. I never had a practice where I was hurt or stayed out being hurt. I never had a practice where, some guys, you might get a vet day if you're an older guy or something like that. And I never took one of those days. I practiced every day. So just my body beating up over time. It was kind of like a question of if I was actually going to be able to, if I was in the mental capacity to play through the 24th season, just where I was at. And so me and Coach Quinn, we talked, and he just let me know what was going on, how he was going to take care of me and stuff like that. But then we also talked about the possibility of just transitioning from the player aspect and the afterlife of that, and going through my businesses and stuff like that. And so he was like, "Yo, like this is how I got started. I literally am in your shoes in college, about to get done playing ball, and I had my coach later take me under his wing, help me start coaching this out. So for me, I'm just like a little him to his older guy. And so yeah, he took it to Coach TC during the last season, early in the season. He said he loved it. And so it was kind of just a thought of me just coming back throughout the season, me just coming back, just again, just trying to finish out the season the right way. And after the season, happens, we win a championship. A couple days later, they hit me up like, "Do you want your year back?" I'm like, "Dang, all right, let's try and get it. Like, let's see how it happens. Like, we just want a natty. Like, let's go too." I'm like, "Dang, all right." So they trying to get it back, but one day I just go in Coach O's office. We just have a sit down. We just talk. We just talk life, talk what I've been up to. Again, I was coming back in late January, just been on trips, just kind of getting away from the game, getting away from everybody. And I came back for the parade, and then we had a talk um, about both aspects of it. Me coming back playing, and then if I wasn't going to come back to play, me coming back to coach. When in reality, it was still like a if and type of thing. Like even if I got my year back, it was like, all right, I get my year back, but am I still able to, go? You know what I'm saying? Like football is it's a different bet. It's a different beast at Jackson State. Like people don't realize that. Like you football from January to December if you make it to like we do not play. Like we here in the summertime all summer. We here spring, you get a couple weeks off and then it's go. So being able to come back and play would have been a big question. But yeah, I mean, we just talked about what it would take, for me to play and then what it would take for me to, come back and coach. I mean, he kind of just walked me through the process, of it all and kind of just took it from there.
Hey, E6, we know that family is very, very important to you. I mean,
Yeah.
which it should be for sure. And I think one of the iconic pictures that we see or that we seen last season is you with your with your son. Having
This
your son.
kid,
Yeah, that one. Yeah.
on
And,
his
and,
iPad, he ain't paying attention.
right, man. And how special that is. How do your family feel about the decision you made to stick around in your coaching endeavors?
Yeah, I mean, number one, I mean, I think when you start something, you definitely want to be in the best position possible. I think starting here was so great for me just because of what I've done so close to me starting. You know what I'm saying? It's not like I won the championship, left, and came back years later to coach. Nah, we just won, and I'm right now transitioning to where I'm able to just bring into the city a different vibe and a different thing to the staff, and then just to the guys too. They understand like yo, like it. And I tell people this all the time. Like it's a difference. It's three different levels to this thing, right? It's a difference winning the championship of just a player, being on a team winning. It's a difference playing in that championship and having an impact. And then it's a difference leading through that championship and being able to lead the team and lead the guys through the championship. And so I was able to lead through it and show the guys the way. And so I know what it looks like. And so for me to be on the staff and being in that position as the guy that just got done leading the prior team through it is very important that we have that. And so my family understands that. My family loves Jackson State. They probably won't be down for the spring game. And so yeah, I mean they love it. I have gotten some interest in going back to Delaware State to probably bring back a great regime that they trying to do, but I kind of just said not yet. If I was to do it, just not yet. So yeah, I mean, it was important for me to start here at Jackson State if I was going to start anywhere.
Good stuff, bro. Let me get your thoughts on this. Esaias, what's the end goal for coaching? I know you jump into a career. Kind of, what's that dream route for you? What's the end goal? College, pros, head coach one day. I know someone that Carl said you should try to get your PhD because he can see you being a university president one day. Like, what does the successful coaching route look like for you? Paint a picture for us. I know you're just getting started, but
yeah,
what's the goal? What's the end goal?
I've always kind of looked at coaching as far as head coaching kind of weird, just because when you get into the head coaching role, you kind of got to get away from the football aspect of it all, and especially in today's game, like NIL's going on, different things like that. So you're more a manager than you are a coach. You're a manager of so many different, personalities and characters and different things like that. And so for me, just getting into it now where I'm at now, for me, it's just about being around the game. And so I would definitely peak at that coordinator, whether it's college coordinator to college coordinator to professional coordinator level, just to stay away from that political side of it all. But I mean, of course, and I mean, with me and Javancy talk about it all the time about him just taking over and going through the ranks he wants to go through, and then me following him, and then it just coming up like that. But yeah, I mean, I could definitely see myself, succeeding at some point as a JSU head coach, hopefully, God willing, and being able to take that over at some point. I think that would be the highlight of my career. If it's all said, when it's all said and done, if God willing.
Have you been able to come close to matching Coach Javancy energy level? And we was out there on practice and we seen you hollering and getting a little hype, man. Have you? How far you got to go to get there?
Yeah, now you definitely got to go far to get to Javan. It takes a lot of stamina to get at that level. Like even when I was young, I probably had a headache right after. It takes a lot to be where Javancy's at. But me and him have always been one and the same as far as just our personalities and how we act and how we interact with each other and the players. So even before, like when I was a player, I always just say like you literally are just me, but on the coaching staff. And so now it's like two of us that act the same. And so yeah, we have a good time.
I know Coach said, and I'm sure you've heard this, and you kind of helped me segue into that. He said if he had him if he became a DC or when he become a DC, he said, man, Esaias would definitely be his DB coach. Yeah. I was like, dang. I was like, okay, you talking that talk now, Coach. But man, let me get your thoughts on this, and I don't have much else after this because I know you jumped on impromptu, but. Talk about the
I'm
youth.
free. No, I ain't doing nothing. I ain't doing nothing.
Hang out with us then. I ain't rushing y'all.
I ain't doing nothing.
Talk about the youthfulness in the coaching staff. I know we lose two off the defensive side of the ball. Coach Chris Orr heads over to Kansas City Chiefs. Coach Callie James heads over to Western Kentucky. In comes Coach E6 and some other coaches. Not going to speak to them just yet because they haven't been officially introduced, but excited to when that is announced that we can talk about that. But let's talk about the camaraderie, the youthfulness, man. I see it's one of the things. I'm gonna say it this way. one of the things, man, that I'll see if I can share it this way. I went to a gym in Austin. For those who have Lifetime Fitnesses in their area, that gym is expensive, bro. It's over $100 a month. It's almost like a country club almost. But here's the cool thing, though. The cool thing was we didn't worry about what it cost because all the homies were there. We hooped every, at least 2 or 3 times a week. And then when we weren't hooping, we still would go up in there. It's a gym, TD, you can go work out, but at the same time, you pop your head in the gym. It was more of just the camaraderie, looking like you're around your homies. You know what I'm saying? You're hanging out with your brothers. I see that a lot from a coaching standpoint and how close the coaching staff is, but I kind of wanted to get your thoughts in it on your own word from both sides of it.
I think when you build any team, whether it's football, basketball, coaching staff, you got to have, it's not always about, the most qualified guy or anything like that. Sometimes you got to have the right fit. Bigger more than anything. Like a lot of people think like, all right, well, this guy's a 5-star and he wants to come here. Well, does he fit what we're doing? Is his personality fitting what we're doing? It's stuff like that. And so I think Coach TC has done a great job of formulating guys that fit. And I think that's where we learned the first year that whether it was the coaching staff or the players, we didn't have the cohesiveness all around that fit. And so when you come into the lobby or if you come into the facility, you're gonna see a whole bunch of people that fit. It's a family vibe for real. Like it's bro, it's sis, it's that vibe more than it is a miss this, a Mr. this, a coach this. It's bro, it's sis, it's you know what I'm saying, stuff like that you don't see a lot of. And we come from all different types of areas, all different types of nationalities. Coach Manny, he's Latino. I ain't gonna say Mexican. He's Latino. Coach Mario's Latino. And so Coach Rip. We just all get along again, like it's bro, it's sis, and so having that cohesiveness, whether it's youthful or not, is big. And then just for it to be the youth that we do have in the office and us being, first time this, second year this, first time this, second year this, stuff like that allows us to really throw the egos out the window, go in the office and just learn from each other. You know what I'm saying? And that's the biggest thing that I even saw last year through game planning and stuff like that. Like it was a lot of learning. Like a lot of the plays that we were running throughout the year weren't plays that were ran in the spring. Like we was throwing stuff in like, all right, this works. All right, let's see if we can do this with it. And so we was going in week to week with some new stuff that when I come in now, I'm like, dang, like, all right, y'all didn't have no idea like this was going to work. Y'all was really just learning off each other and each other's experiences. And so I think the youthfulness in that aspect really helps because you'll see in times older coaches or older people in general are just stuck in their ways. And so they think like, all right, well, I've done it this long and I know this and they just stuck in that. And so now you see a team that if we had like an older DC and a lot of young coaches, which it happens sometimes where it's like mixed like that to where now they like you kind of forced to do this scheme that you really not like digging for real or you really just don't have no input on stuff. You know what I'm saying? And that's big for game plan wise to have input. Like throw it up in there. Let's see what they're doing. Hey, what you think? What you think? How you think about it? All right, bet on to the next. You know what I'm saying? And so I think that's a big thing. I mean, we was just watching film the other day on, I think it was Indiana and Notre Dame game and their scheme and how they was playing stuff. And we just on the board chopping it up. All right, let's try this. Well, how does this look with this? Well, how does this look with that? Stuff like that. So I think the youth in that aspect, definitely is big for us and it's worked to our advantage. And shout out to Coach Orr and Coach Cali, man. They definitely came through, left an impact and moved and elevated. I think that's probably one of the realest things Coach Prime has ever said in my eyes. You either elevated, you get terminated, and they elevated. And shout out to them. I mean, Coach Orr elevated at an alarming rate. I think I hit him up the other day. I said, man, you like an industry plant. Ain't no way you took 1 year and just dipped like that. And we just joked about it, man. But that's my guy, man. And
Hey
he's
man,
gonna be great.
it pays to have good relationships, man.
No, that's all. That's what it's about.
Sometimes it ain't what you know, is who you know. And then
That's
it's
like, I
both.
mean, that's what it's. I mean, Coach TC said that the other day when he was talking to the junior day, and he was like, "Yo, like while y'all here, like talk to each other. Like you never know who gonna be where, whether y'all playing football or not. like going in for a job these days, it ain't really, you don't really fill out applications no more. It's like, all right, I know this person for the job and they get
Right.
it. You know what I'm saying? Like we ain't out here filling out applications no more. It's like, all right, I know this person, so let me put them in position. So yeah, that's definitely a big thing now.
Love that, bro.
Hey, E6, I have a couple of questions for you, but this is one the one I want to ask. How level-headed do you have to be? And I watched you as as a player and a player coach, and I know there are times where, as we would say, a corner got burnt. A lot of
Yeah.
fans really don't know that there are times where the safety is supposed to pick up a man, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Rather than, you know what I'm saying, Kedrick running with him the whole time.
Yeah.
I never seen you just get down on one of your teammates for doing that. But how thick do your skin have to be, or how level-headed do you have to be to deal with what comes from the fan, knowing that they really don't know,
Yeah.
what's going on? Like, oh man, E6 got burnt. He burned him
Yeah.
the whole night when they really weren't your man. He just was trying
Right.
to the ground. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
No, I definitely get what you're saying. We talk about it all the time. Playing DB is hard. It's hard because, we the last line of defense. And so usually when a guy's scoring, we running after him. You know what I'm saying? Or it's on us when in reality, we had no business being here in this area. We just happened to be there. And so that's not our man, but it just happens that way. So I mean, it comes with the game. Definitely comes with the game. You know what I'm saying? We never gonna get mad at people, and especially our fans personally, because we know our fans and we know that they love us to death through and through. They just, it's just
Passion.
what happened, and that's just how it happens. And so we take it on the chin. But yeah, you definitely have to be um confident in yourself and your abilities to be able to go on Twitter after a loss, especially after a Grambling loss the way we lost, and see all that, and then just keep on going and striving through. You know what I'm saying? Definitely. I mean, in the beginning of the year, that was a big thing going on, and that was being talked about was our defensive backs and our plan. So me just being the leader that I was in our group and being able to push through that and let the guys know that and make sure that they still know I had their back. Just I couldn't just comment on Twitter with it. So, but yeah, I mean, you definitely got to have thick skin. I think Coach Quinn does a great job of sticking up for us, especially on the media side. When he goes in for his interviews and stuff like that. Of addressing certain things without directly addressing certain things, he does a great job of that too for sticking up for us and being there for us.
So are y'all usually instructed not to respond on social media? It just let the coaches handle it, or do you just have to resist temptation?
I don't think it's like a don't respond, don't you? It's more of like an unspoken thing, like we're at this level for episodes. I don't like Travis. I don't. Let's just get that out there. Me and Travis Jerome, we do not mix well. No,
Oh,
that's my guy.
their problem too, huh?
Nah,
Okay.
that's my guy. That's my guy. Me and Travis, hold on, quick story. Me and Travis first met when I went to when I had to do the interview. He didn't know me, so he's never seen an interview of mine or nothing like that. So he comes in when we're about to go to what is it called? Swag Media Day. He comes in trying to prep me and Evan. He's asked questions. I'm like, yo, this guy really don't know that I do this. Like interviews is my thing. Like I don't need no prepping for this. So he asks the questions. I'm throwing out answers. He's like, oh my God, you guys are really. I'm like, yeah, like I don't play that. But no. He's a good dude. He's a good dude, man. That's my guy. But yeah, like I said, it's not really like them telling us don't respond. It's just more of us being maturing itself to know just don't do it. You know what I'm saying? We don't do
Right.
that. You know what I'm saying? I would have to cut and edit a lot. You might no, you don't. These be talking. Don't listen to us. Like I said, it's just an unspoken thing. Like you just don't do it. And again, just knowing where it's coming from. It's coming from a place of love and frustration. And so it's just what it is. Again, I mean, you're gonna fall into a lot of places where people don't know football. I mean, you might be and we had this conversation every day where it's like you may go back to your family and they saying stuff and they really don't know it. So you gotta be able to take it from your family and them. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So yeah, like
Everybody's a coach.
everybody want to be TC, so it's time to be TC.
Right.
I promise you. I promise you, you do not want to be that man. That man is stressed. That dude is stressed out. Yeah, let me tell you something. And that was crazy because I was thinking that after we won, I realized we at the parade. I'm like, yo, like this only year 2.
Right.
He gotta follow this up. I'm like, yo, I know he stresses him out there. Cause like having success early is hard. That's probably the
It
hardest thing
is
you can
hard,
do for
bro.
your own career. I promise to you, that's the hardest thing
Hey,
you
Yeah.
can do for your own career.
and not having success early can get you cut.
Yep, it's right. So it's like you gotta
Yeah,
win enough,
that's what it
but not
too.
win too much, so you
Right.
can get on top of that, and then you can just keep on building. You know what I'm
Hey,
saying? So it's hard.
so Coach Mo Williams doing it right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yup.
good every year.
Coach
It
Mo,
is.
hey, look, if he go 32-10, then he go 34-8. He doing it as long as he progressing. He ain't gonna get cut. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But the moment you win too fast, man, it's not about if we God forbid if we chalk this thing up this year, they're gonna be cutting for his head. You know what I'm saying? So they're not gonna say, oh, he just won it in the second year, his third. No, they want to win every year. So it's hard. It's hard being that guy.
They got a song out that says, "What have you done for me lately?" That's how
Yes.
that's how it goes. He says, "I gotta ask you this, bro.
Yeah.
Let's talk about these coin tosses, man. You know, I was there.
Yeah.
I was there, man. I wanted to get your thoughts on it because it became a thing, man. We know the Welcome to Jackson, Mississippi, but I got a comment the other day on the channel, man. I had the video up with a dude push you. And I don't know if you know, the ref, I was talking crazy to the ref when he did that. And somebody put in the comment section, I'm glad the referee did that, man. He's just disrespectful in the huddle. I was like, shut up. But now I want to get your thoughts on just your mindset. What was talk us through that, man. That was always fun to witness, and I always tried my best to capture as much as we could so the fans could see it.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta understand. I mean, we spend a week prepping for these guys, and so when we come in on Tuesday or Monday or whatever, we have a scouting meeting, and they bring up the guys on the board, and they say this is their guy, this their guy, this their guy, this their OC, this their DC, and they talk about these guys, and so they're hyped up throughout the week as they should be because this is the opponent we have, whether we're playing a Mississippi Valley or we're playing a FAMU. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna keep our same routine. And so for us, that's our first opportunity to, interact with the other team. And so we don't, even in pregame, there's refs out there in pregame. People don't peep that point. Like we can't just be out there bucking at pregame. Like that don't really happen too much. And so a lot of teams, they like to come out and walk out linked up or do all this tough Tony stuff and be dead serious. Like, this ain't the time for that. I ain't trying to be all like, we ain't finna just be staring at each other all day. Like, you better say something. Like, what we staring at each other all whole time for? What the hell? You know what I'm saying? So I like to talk, and I talk my talk. So that's just what it is, honestly. I mean, and then people see that, but they don't see the times where, we finding out Valley lost a player, the night before, and I'm in the thing, and I hit the ref up like, yo, ref, as soon as we get done this coin toss, give me a second, let me talk to the guys, let me pray with them, and then we're gonna go from there. I ain't say a word, we just did it, and that's what it was. People don't talk about that stuff. You know what I'm saying? They only see the other stuff around bucking, but I mean that's football, That's just what it is. But I mean again, like a highlight of my year was definitely being able to do that with them at Valley. I know that definitely was special for them, and just talking to Nate, the first time I met Nate, he said thank you for that. You know what I'm saying? And me and Nate had never spoken. You know what I'm saying? But he remembered me for that, and that's the type of stuff.
Yeah,
I
dope.
ultimately want to be remembered for at the end of the day, whether it's welcome to Jackson, Mississippi or not. But I think that one was the highlight. I know everybody else likes welcome to Jackson, Mississippi, but I feel like the Valley one was definitely the highlight of my captain, me holding my captain reign.
Well, yeah, I understand. I understand why he turned you around, pushed in, and put you out. got it. My mama kind of talking to you, and then the third one say, "Hey, six." He was standing on my left shoulder. I said, "Oh, you don't got serious right here."
Yeah, I was.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Oh look, so I want to ask you this, man. I know you gave the story about when you came in, to visit Jackson State the last time. I mean, at a game you came on your own, whatever, and you told Coach TC if you got the job that you was coming. What made that? And I watched you on other podcasts too, and I know the people on the East Coast love you, man. I mean, they love what you did when you was out there. What made that so special, man? And how, in a little pivot too, what do you think of Coach Jackson taking over your former school?
All right, we asked the question. That's a multi-layered question. We asked it
I
just
know.
we
I was
asked
trying
it
to
from
chop
one
it up.
chop it up for me. Ask one at a time. So
Okay.
chop it up for me. Chop it up for me.
First of all, how did you know, coming from the East Coast? I mean,
Yeah.
you'll be loved over there. I
Yeah.
seen some of the podcasts, even going into the Celebration Bowl. People still love you and remember what you did for them out there.
Yeah.
You know, and to come here. But what made you, going through that dark time and transition that we was going through at that particular time, and you being a really good player, what made you want to commit to Jackson State out of
Yeah.
all that turmoil that was going on, being that that you probably could have gone elsewhere?
Number one, I mean, biggest for me was staying in HBCU. HBCU football means the world to me. That's the biggest thing. You know what I'm saying? Being at Delaware State definitely made me realize that part of it. So first it was HBCU period. You know what I'm saying? Of
Okay.
course I took calls and took visits and definitely, entertained other schools. Anything could happen. And I definitely got offers from other schools as well for PWIs. But again, for me, HBCU. So that was the first step. Second step, for me was just, all right, well, where can I go that is gonna be for me, right? And where can I go that I'm gonna get the full experience like nothing else, and I'm gonna be able to thrive in multiple different facets. And so JSU, the environment and what was going on at the time was everything. Like that was just dope for me. Like just seeing the atmosphere of it all and it blown up as it was. And so I was invited on the visit, talked to Coach O, not invited on the visit, but he said, yo, we have a game this time. You want to come down, bring your family. We'll make sure you're straight, this, that, and the third. Came down, talked to everybody. But I mean, I always talk about it in that media, which is crazy because I've been in a couple of media rooms after games, just doing post game conferences. I have never been in a post game conference at the vet. So I've never been back in that media room to this day. And if I probably went in, I'm a real emotional person. If you don't know, like I'm a real emotional person. So if I ever probably went back into that media room, I probably would start crying for real. But that's the only time I've ever been in that media room. Was talking to Coach O and Coach TC right after their walkthrough, before the SWAC championship game. And just that conversation was just, it did it for me. You know what I'm saying? And so like it was a no-brainer for me that if he was to end up getting a job that I would be coming. Um yeah, like that was a no-brainer. That was a no-brainer. I mean, of course my mom, my family had other questions. And so we hopped on it. He was, again, a lot of head coaches ain't gonna be open to the idea of hopping on the Zoom with everybody. Like we had 15 people and on the Zoom
Wow.
with Coach TC and Coach O. Um, I'm
Wow.
sure my mom probably got a screenshot of it somewhere in her phone, but yeah, I mean, yeah, like hopping on the Zoom and I'm not even talking at this time. Matter of fact, I text him during it, like while he answering the questions, like, yo, like if you get the job, I'm coming. Like, don't even gotta worry about these questions. Like, I already know what's going on. He kind of he kind of laughed at it. The only thing I could tell he was reading it. So yeah, man. But yeah, I mean, Coach TC and Coach O, genuine guys, um, and heart of gold. So they definitely mean a lot to me. And in that moment, I felt it.
Okay.
Second part was about your previous school coach, Deshaun Jackson, taking over. Your thoughts on that?
Yeah. I mean, I think it's dope. I think it's multi-layered to a degree, right? I mean, I think a lot of people view it as Coach Prime for JSU and as Mike Vick for Norfolk State, and I have layers to my answers. I don't think it's as quite the same. Coach Prime is a Hall of Famer. He's been a name and been like he was for decades. He's not going anywhere. He's gonna be that guy. Like he's going through so many different generations. Not so many different generations, I don't say that, but so many different decades of
Can.
just being popular and
No,
being that guy. You know what I'm
you can.
saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, like I say, all right, I'll say generations. I didn't want to make it seem like he was that old or nothing like that.
No. The
But
reason, I mean, I want you to keep going, but the reason I say that is because that was something Troy Aikman highlighted on the show. He was like, the fact that Dion was able to stay
yeah,
popular amongst all
relevant,
these
and as
different
relevant as he
generations.
was, like you don't see that. Like
It's
Michael
unbelievable.
Jordan isn't even that relevant in this time. No disrespect
Oh,
to Mike. No, he's not like
Shoes.
the shoes.
It's
yeah,
probably
yeah, yeah. No. If his shoes wasn't, but yeah, his shoes, of course. Yeah, we're always gonna wear Jordans.
I see what you
But I'm
mean. The
saying, as
person
far as like
himself.
social
like the
media
first.
and
Yeah,
you seeing this man face
I think
every
that's
day,
my choice.
That's
yeah,
facts.
yeah. Of
My
course,
choice.
you know what I'm saying. But just to see that and what he like that, what he was for that in that moment is different, right? And then you go move over to Mike Vick and him being from Virginia, what that would mean to Virginia itself, and him being able to really just lock in on that state and bring all the DMV area, you know what I'm saying, Virginia, Maryland, Baltimore, DC, all them 3 stars in middle of the pack guys,
Yeah.
who might go G5 or G. No, they just gonna go to Norfolk and go and at least do a year or something. You know what I'm saying? So that in that aspect of it, for what he meant to them, and then you move on to Dover, Delaware, and D-Jack. D-Jack is from LA. You know what I'm saying? He's a Los Angeles guy. And if you ever been to Los Angeles and if you
Yeah.
ever been to Dover, Delaware, you definitely can notice that it's a big culture shock for anybody he would be able to recruit from over there to Dover. And so he's not like, again, he did play, for the Eagles. And so that's dope. And he's definitely gonna bring eyes, he's definitely gonna bring the money, he's definitely gonna bring that. It's all about him, obviously being able to win. And I think he has a great staff over there, over 60 years of NFL experience over there with his staff. And so I'm wishing him the best. Again, I've had conversations with people over at Delaware State and his staff and stuff like that about me coming back and maybe joining their staff at some point. But nah, I mean, it's gonna be dope, and I'm definitely gonna be watching. Of course, I mean, I've always said it that it's still home for me. Delaware State is still home for me. It's never not gonna be home for me. I didn't graduate from Delaware State, but I consider myself. I did 3 years, so I'm still. To me, I'm a JSU and a DSU alumni in a sense. But yeah, I mean that's home, so I'm always rooting for him.
Yeah, man. Just tell them to pump that brakes on recruiting right now. We good.
Now, I don't think it's. And again, like I said, man, I don't think it's gonna be too crazy. Again, you gotta, in order to bring a guy to Dover, Delaware, you gotta have the right.
Now I was talking about you.
You, oh me?
Yeah. You talking about joining the
Yeah,
coaches
pump the
staff.
brakes on you
Oh
going.
nah,
Yeah, pump the
nah.
brakes right now, man. We good.
Yeah, nah.
I've
I'm
heard a few,
sure.
I've
I'm
heard a
sure.
few things about Dover, Delaware. I know KT Dub is very familiar. I think his
Yeah,
pops lived over there for a little minute, but I don't know much about it outside of Delaware State and Joe Biden, I guess.
yeah,
A couple other
yeah,
folks from Delaware. Shout out to my Delaware peeps, you know what I'm saying? They know who they are, you know what I'm saying? But now, man, it's good stuff, man. I've definitely enjoyed it. This could go on and on and on, man. We get our lick back this year. We going to Vegas though, man. What's your thoughts on that game, bro? We
yeah,
Grambling in Vegas. This is gonna be huge, man. Coming up
yeah.
October 5th.
Yeah, I mean, and I think that's a big thing. It just, especially when you get like new people in those seats. As far as new players, and a lot of the team that felt that way when we walked out the field aren't going to be in that locker room come October, whatever date. But the fans will. There'll be the same fans that felt the same way, but the players won't be the same. And so, being able to instill into our players the kind of feeling that we felt walking off that field, what it meant to our fans to lose the game the way that we did, all those type of things like that. I think that's going to be important, because I think that's where the kind of realignment of how much it'll mean to our fans to get that win and what it'll do for us as a team. So that's gonna be a big one for us. It's gonna be in Vegas. It's gonna be definitely a big experience for the kids. I'm saying kids, like for the players, we're kind of same age. For the players and stuff like that. So I can't wait for it. It's gonna be dope for me to being able to get that coaching experience out there. Um, and stuff like that. So yeah, I mean it's definitely that's big. That's big, and being able to play in the NFL. Anytime you get to be able to play in the NFL arena is big, and it's a big experience.
Dope.
Hey, what would you call or see the major difference between HBCU or just football out east than down south? What is the difference? I mean, MEAG, swag. Go ahead. What you got?
It's like my mom said it when I was getting recruited. It's like HBCU football in the north is like the light skin version, and then down south is like the dark skin version. Like, so, so that's the only way I can really put it. And if you know, then you know. Like, if you know, you know. Like, if you know, you know. Yeah. I mean, you got to think. I came from Delaware State. And even the stadium size is different. And so the allotment of people that you can imagine in your stadium is different. But again, like on a homecoming, we may see 5,000 in the stadium sold out to 10 maybe. We get that on a spring game, and so it's levels. It's definitely levels to it as far as environment goes. I mean, football is football anywhere, but as far as environment goes, fan following, fan base, stuff like that, you don't get into that cult following until you get into the swag. So yeah, I mean it's different. I mean, people always, and again, it's not even like just being fans of the schools. It's people who are fans of Jackson State who don't have never even went to Jackson State. Like it's like that. You know what I'm saying? And like that's not the case everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Especially in MEA. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's levels.
Let's transition real quick. Coach Mo knows. Shout out to Mo. Said, what we looking like, Cole? Who's standing out in the spring?
We're looking good. We're looking good, especially from the offensive side of the ball. I think the offense is doing very well. Definitely got our number in spots. But I mean, I use spring as kind of a refining period. Even if you go back to the spring last year, I could speak from especially the DB core. We had guys that we didn't end up having during the season. You know what I'm saying? We recruited guys in the spring that didn't make it through the spring. So it's kind of tied down. It's kind of like kind of just a refining period and just being able to, see what you got, see what works, especially as coaches. So kind of just throw some plays out there, see if it's working versus different stuff, and kind of just get your tools ready and go in the summer with the right energy. So that's kind of what's going on now, and kind of get into it. And as people, people always want to look at the spring game, but the spring game is not going to be much. You're not really going to see much. We're probably going to run one or two plays. We can't run too much, just being at other people maybe watching or stuff like that. So you don't get a chance to really see what's really going on unless you've been to a practice or something like that. So a spring game isn't going to really be the tall tale of it all. Oh, it's been going on all spring. I just want to say that, but. As far as who's standing out, a lot of guys stand out. I know Nate has been a big one for me, just watching him up close. Nate, wide receiver from Valley.
Okay.
Yeah, Nate. So he's been just seeing him up close and what he can do, man. He could fly. He could fly.
Sizzling.
Yeah, he could fly. Kamari Rogers, who we got, I think he was at Mississippi State at one point, and then he was at Miami U at one point. He's a great corner for us. The young corners we got, Mike Smith and KJ have been playing well. The safeties are playing well, kind of getting into a new period and being able to lead the guys. Linebackers are playing well. Kobe Paul's come back off his injury. He's looking like a dog out there, like he's coming back to take something. I could say that for sure. And then Jacoby just being able to do it. You know who's really looking great, and y'all not even going. When I say this name, y'all not even gonna know what I'm talking about. So y'all gonna know what I'm talking about. Y'all definitely gonna know what I'm talking about. But like y'all gonna forget he was on the team. Not y'all, but I'm saying the fans. Ethan, quarterback from Texas. Ethan has an arm.
Oh yeah,
that can fly.
Shout out to
I've seen him hit a crazy post ball to Jamil. And if you know Jamil, Jamil can run. We probably was on the opposite 40. He throws that thing, keeps it on the hash, got the safety coming over trying to help, just puts it in a perfect position and he doesn't break stride. Hits him right in the end zone, man. So Yeah, Ethan.
Yeah, we saw some of that last spring.
Yeah, no, he can ball. I mean, I seen him again. He was our scout team quarterback last year, so I seen what he could do. But just to see him kind of getting his shot with the twos and stuff like that, man. Yeah, he can ball.
I love it, man. Let's talk about this pro day real quick. Thoughts on the pro day. First time I've actually attended a pro day. I've never done it. I've always kind of watched from the sideline. Let me get your overall assessment on how you think it went and how you think the guys did. I know Rob looks great. Irv looks great. Everyone looked pretty solid today, man, but they definitely stood out. But let me get your thoughts on that.
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely great, especially a good opportunity just to see the guys that, my old teammates again. And kind of just see them, have their chance to, take advantage of it. In that sense, I think people look at pro day as it's different levels for me, especially pro day. I look at it as your opportunity to get closure on your career, right? And being able to go out there and give everything you get. And if you get a chance, you get it. You don't, you willing to say you give everything you got to it. And with me, especially, I've been had my closure. I'm good. So I didn't have to go through a pro day to get that. But some people do. But again, it was a great opportunity for guys. I think some guys really shocked some scouts. I was talking to Phil today, Philip Webb, who definitely. I mean, he jumped well. He was lifting. He ended up hitting one of the bars when he was doing it to 25 or something like that. But he could have went for probably 30. He looked good. He ran really well. Probably around 4.71. I think he ran at one point. And so for a guy his size, he definitely earned himself an opportunity, I think, in my eyes. I mean, again, other than, Irv Mulligan and Ron McDaniel, who definitely gonna get their shot and did their thing. But yeah, I think it was dope. I think it was ran very smooth. I think the scouts. I'll say something that I'm not gonna say what we're talking about. Scouts. We were out there just talking, and going through the drill, whatever. And the scouts had actually came from LSU Pro Day and came to ours right after. And so they made a comment. One of the scouts had made a comment like, "Dang, these guys are like they should be at the LSU, and the LSU guys are like they should be at JSU, or we switch the strength and conditioning coaches or something because these guys." I'm like, "Dang, that just goes to show what Beef is doing and what our guys is doing in the work." To get that type of comment at the pro day was dope. And definitely spoke to the kind of operation that we're running on our end. So yeah, that was dope.
Well, I definitely, I definitely can agree with the last statement you made, man. Those guys look, they look fit. So, was this your first pro day? This your first time attending a pro day as well?
No, it wasn't my first time. I have a couple friends who played in the NFL, and then so I've been to several different pro days. I've actually been to the combine once. Actually.
So he's how serious? How serious were the scouts? What kind of vibe did you get from them?
I can tell you that one.
Those guys are definitely serious. They did not play. I mean, I think it was what we was looking at. They doing 40 times. And the guy I was right next to you, Ken. They did the 40 time. He must have snapped it on the watch. Boop, got it hurt, put it in his pocket. I'm like, dang, I can't even get a look at that thing.
You couldn't get a whiff of it.
Like,
we do that right there. He did it right here.
Stuck in his pocket. I said, dang, all right, well, okay. I'm running a tight ship over here. Yeah, I mean, the vibe from them was good. I mean, just talking to them and just being in the coaching aspect of it, I was just getting to talk to them, and whether we was in between stuff or just walking from weight room to the field or stuff like that. I mean, they were dope guys. They were just laughing, joking, just having a good time with it. And again, the comment I made, about them saying about what they said about our guys versus LSU guys and stuff like that. I mean, it was definitely dope to talk to them and be up close with them. They had some young guys out there, some older guys out there. A female was out there, so everybody was represented very well from the teams.
Shout out to Coach Beef, man. I mean, that's a great notch in his belt. And I tell you, You guys have been. The team looks great, man. We always look like we were in shape. We look like we were well conditioned last season, better than everyone.
You
Not a
saw that
lot
in the
of
championship game.
yeah, man. We just looked tougher, faster, stronger, and had way more endurance. So shout out to Coach, man. I know a lot of people don't understand that, but Coach should definitely be respected. And let me say this too about Coach Beef, man. Coach Beef got opportunities, but Coach Beef has decided he wanted to build something special here at Jackson State because he's a young coach, man, and he got his future is extremely bright. Trust me. So I hope he stays as long as he can because he does a
Definitely.
fantastic job, man. Seriously. But somebody asked the fast 40 time. I think it was Irv.
Yeah, the 4.48.
4.48 on the second run.
Yeah.
Rob didn't run. Talk about that for a second. We won't spend too much time on that. Was interesting.
Yeah,
I
that
know.
was.
But Rob had a great showing. I gotta say this, man. Robert McDaniel is a specimen, man. He looks absolutely amazing. He jumped the 39-inch vertical. He blew away all the different numbers. Chose to not run the 40 because he ran a 4.4 at the HBCU scouting at the HBCU combine, and he decided to stand on his number and good with that. But I got a chance to talk to his agent, Miss Rashida Liberty. She was out there today and her team and just kind of scoping out the scene. Shout out to all the other teams too, as I stated, Valley, Alcorn, and all the surrounding players that did come through. I thought it was it was run very well. Austin and his team, media team, Travis and compliance, everyone, man, coaches. So good stuff.
Yeah, definitely dope. Super dope.
Well, brother, until you got anything else?
No, I'm good, man. I'm good. Thank you.
Good. Look, we got a couple more slides. We almost done with the show, man. You can hang out if you want to. It's your call.
What you got going on? What else I got going on?
Man, let's jump into it then. How about this? We'll go this route. Talk to us about a little NIL, man. As far as I know, that's something we're big on. We'll come back to that, but I want to give some JSU player recognitions, man. But before we do that, we do have Tiger Talk. Do have a new episode out.
That's dope.
Go to Tiger Talk TV right now. Band session with the Boom. They did a reaction on the rock sessions, man. So great episode with Miss Danielle. That's Danielle, TD. I almost said Danielle one time. Hey, she got me scared to. I was getting ready to type her name, and I said, "Man, let me make sure I spell this right." But
right. It was a smile on her face. I'm like, okay, I got you.
But yeah, man, we got the so go check that out. But this week, let's jump into these player recognitions for the week. Player of the week for tennis. You got Alejandro Piniella, and the newcomer of the week is Mas Shantanus. Shotanas. I'm just saying, bro.
What you said?
Whatever. Yeah. So congratulations to them, man. Really good week for them. Next up, we had Miss Zofia. Yeah.
Zofia D. Okay.
Yeah, Zofia D. And Callie D as well. You know what I'm saying? Newcomer of the week. Hey, man, we got a really good tennis program, by the way. We've been kicking butt lately, man.
They are good. I don't know tennis too much. I know it's 15, 30, 40, something like that. But I was watching them. I went to one of the games or the matches. It's called. They nice.
Yep.
They nice. I ain't gonna lie, Jackson State, we pretty good at some stuff.
Hey, man,
I ain't know our bowling team is that tough. We tough.
Oh, yeah.
We got a good softball team too, man. I was over there this past weekend and watching us whoop up on Alabama State. The hitter of the week, man, Jace Jackson. She sent a bomb, man. Hit the scoreboard when I was out there, TD. Boom. AD said he was gonna get him a new scoreboard anyway, so she's trying to expedite the process, bro.
That's right. Why not?
Hey, shout out to my girl Jace Jackson. One of our NIL brand ambassadors, and also Miss Haley Howard, man. We had a chance to meet her parents. She hit a bomb too, TD. Another. She said she hit a master blaster, man, to to propel us to the 8-9 victory in game number 2. I did not stay for game 3, but we did win game 1 and game 2 versus Alabama State. I'm not sure what the score was for game 3, but shout out to them. Great recognition this week. The pitcher of the week, Eric Elliott, for the men's baseball team. And I also want to highlight Jordan McClatty, man. Top 5 in stolen bases in D1 after 325.
Oh,
Yeah, man. Got 3 tied for 21. He's got 22, unless he's, we did have another game, but he's got 22 stolen bases as this pitcher was taking place.
That's good. Congratulations to each one of the players, but Coach E6. I mean, one of the things that we stated on this platform many times is if you go to pretty much every athletic department of every game, team that we have, they're all competitive, man. Yeah. I mean, like from bowling to tennis, and we already know what it is in football.
Yeah.
Basketball is definitely getting there. I mean, you name a sport, and now we have golf.
I just met the golf coach the other day, and I asked Vince, I'm like, Vince, like, we've been good. He was like, what? Man, we had golf. I was like, man, I bet we good at everything right here.
Man, we got several golf championships. Shout out to the legendary Eddie Payton, Coach Payton. Held the program down. I remember when we first had to suspend the golf program from budget standpoint, and just happy to have it back, man. I saw Coach Ford out there today, kind of scoping out the pro day, and
he was out there.
Next up, man, we got Miss TD3. Congratulations, she's being named to the HBCU Women's All-American Basketball First Team. Man, this is an easy pick for the Box to Row Media. Shout out to TD3, man. Wishing her all the best in her next step. Hopefully, she off to the professional ranks. I think she can go do her thing overseas.
Right. Yeah, definitely. Congratulations to TD3, man. She we appreciate, she being one of the players that was added to, the women basketball team, at the last minute, and she came through. So she was a highlight. And man, it was a couple games, man. She had double-digit points, and she kind of carried the team, man. So congratulations to her. Well deserved. We definitely wish her well, as she try to continue her basketball career, if that's what she chooses to do.
Absolutely. And moving right along, they got the All-Star game. It's going to be held in San Antonio. This is April the 6th. HBCU men's and women's All-Star game is going to be same weekend as the Final Four in San Antonio. So from the men's team, of course, you got Brother Shannon Grant and Romel Mansell. And from the women's team, you got Zoe. I don't know why TD3 not on here. That's a head scratcher to me, but we got Zoe Cooper on there. So she's going to go represent for the Tigers.
San Antonio.
All right, as we go into the home stretch, let's talk about Blue and White Week, man. So first up, April the 1st is going to be Jackson State Athletics Giving Tuesday. So on Tuesday of next week, April the 1st, April Fool's Day, save the date. It's going to be a JSU Day of Giving for and shout out to Travis and his team for the graphics and the overkill of the baby blue. I always see that and give them a hard time. So, because it's going to get worse.
That's his favorite color.
Yeah, he be trolling for all the red lovers. He'd be like, yeah, this fits the school color. I'm going to shove it down their throat. But but no, man, Giving Day is on April the 1st. Day number 2 on Wednesday, man. You got the W.C. Gordon Ashley Robinson Classic. That'll start at 8 a.m. shotgun time on Wednesday. Looking forward to that. And then afterwards, at the Plaza, man, you got Gibbs Green Plaza Wednesday. It's going to be the hot spot, Blue and White Week, man. So the Center for Student Engagement and Leadership and JSU Athletics presents Blue and White Week at the hot spot. They're still doing some construction over there, so you might have to park and go the other way.
On the other way.
Yeah, you're going to definitely have to come up the other way. But that's going to be Wednesday.
Construction is good.
It's going to be fun, man. JSU Day at Topgolf, April 3rd. Time to be determined. It's not on this flyer, but this Thursday. So we're gonna have JSU at Top Golf. That ought to be fun, bro.
Yeah, I'm not good at golf. I ain't good at no golf.
Yeah, man.
But they got a good environment.
Right.
Absolutely. On Friday, man, it's Food Truck Friday. Hey, look, pull up to the vet. Get your season tickets, man. Grab your season tickets while you're up there. So, you know, I know that Vaughn and her team will be available to take in all ticket sale orders, man. So Food Truck Friday, they're going to have them out at the vet. It's going to start at 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. So listen, if you don't have your season tickets, don't worry about eating lunch on Friday. Just pull up to the vet. Go get you some food from the food truck. Grab your season tickets. Boom shakalaka. Kill two birds with one stone. And then on that morning of Saturday, you have the fight against obesity, the 5K walk/run. So if you want to do the sweetness run and walk, you can definitely register. They got the kids zone, games, and music. So check those out. Go to gojsutigers.com. As well as all Go JSU Tigers social media to find this information. So if you're into the marathons, 5K, hey, man, let's make it happen that morning. And then we're going to follow that up with, obviously, the spring game. Now, for those who are looking for information, it is free. It's a free admission. The RV and car tailgating parking is free. So pull up, tailgate. First come, first serve on the slot. The gates will be open 2 hours prior. So at 1 p.m., they're going to open the gates, and the game starts at 3 p.m., man. So everybody, come on out to the spring game. Let's support our Tigers. All the questions you want to see who's new on the team, how they look. This is your chance. That's next Saturday, man. We're less than what we out about 10 days. We got 10 days. We're 10 days away from the spring game, man. And yeah, get your season tickets, man. But that's pretty much it. That's about it right there.
I gotta find that website to that 5K, man. I'm interested.
You gonna jump in that thing, bro?
Yeah, man. I've done about 3 5Ks.
Well, it should be on. It's on the website, man. Well, let me see registration. Matter of fact, TD, I do you one better, bro. I'm gonna just send it to you now.
There we go.
Don't go out there falling out, man. Don't go out there falling out, man. You gotta make it to the game. So if you gotta save your energy, just do the kids one, Steve.
So to register, you go to www.racerroster.com. Register online. I'm gonna put that in the chat real quick. It says Racer Roster.
Hey, I do work out, bro. I'm
just saying I can't do no 5K.
Actually 5K walk is more like 3 miles.
Oh, it's a walk. Okay.
Yeah, you can walk or run.
Walk or run. I mean, I might get out there and walk one night. I ain't gonna tell you.
Yeah, no, if you walking it, cool.
Yeah.
That ain't bad. That's like what?
Hey, Willie, I'm so serious. I really do want to get in them things, man. I got to get in there, man. I got to get
fun, man. Hey, they're fun, especially if they're handing out medals.
Yeah, you feel like you done accomplished something.
Right, you feel like I got one over here. Yeah.
Hey, walk or run, you know, you can jog a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Pace yourself, and you competing against yourself anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, man. Okay, walk makes more sense. But no, man, it's good stuff. Me walking my entire neighborhood is about 3 miles, so I can do it.
Yeah, you can do that, man.
Take about a good hour or so.
Hey Ken, last thing that I would say, man, that band session with the boom, you know, we was talking about all Esaias, we was talking about all the, you know, the sports that we have on campus and how good, you know, they are and how competitive they are, and you know how we have a high expectation of winning. You know, in win, lose, draw, we're going to support our team and love our team regardless. Yeah. But with that being said, man, I watched that session, Ken. I didn't think the band could. I'm like, what else can the band do? I mean, man, those kids are blowing
Nah, that's when you get to that point, right? Like,
Bruh,
dang, you get to the peak. Like, what
I'm like,
else I want them to do?
Dr. Little, and his staff or the other director, man,
Evan Johnson.
they taking it to another level at E6.
No, I'm with you. I'm a big fan of the. Everybody be like, when I watch the band, they be like, "What you watching the dancers?" Like, no, I'm literally watching the band. First, I'm trying to learn because I don't really know too much. But when I hear, I'm like, I know this song, so I'm learning. Like, I'm a big fan of the Boom. Like Dr. Little, like I remember where I was at somewhere with Dr. I was like a fan. Like I felt like I was fangirling a little bit. I'm like, whoa, I caught myself a little bit. I'm like, whoa, hold up, let me chill. But no, like I'm a big fan of the Boom. I don't play. Boom lit.
Man, for sure. The
So
best
matter of fact, a little
band.
secret, stay tuned for the Sonic Boom, maybe. Uniforms? Maybe.
Oh,
Well,
no. Oh,
it can happen, right? I mean, in basketball, then it can happen, right?
It could.
It can
Hey,
happen.
Hey, look, man. Hey, I'm gonna just say this about that. It need to be done right.
Right.
No, you cannot play with that. That's not something you can play with.
And this is what we better not do. And I'm saying that this way. And I ain't got no power like that. We cannot do a uniform, bro, where it needs to just be a one-off. Do not mix that uniform into trying to incorporate other parts of the old uniform.
Oh no, they wouldn't do that.
No, just do a specific.
I trust Ms. Dom and TC enough to know.
I know.
They wouldn't do
I know
that.
they're gonna do what they want to do.
They gonna hang that up. That's that. Honestly, we got so many. I don't think we're gonna repeat any uniforms this year.
I know they brewing up some stuff, man.
Yeah.
Just look, man. Look, I understand the conversation, but in football, that Gordon Red is very important. Don't use that damn
that red pushed us
try
through.
to transition. Don't
That
be
white
trying
red
to push
pushed us through.
red out the uniforms, man.
I love the red. I'm a big fan of the red. I love the red, the national championship.
I'm with it too.
But no, that uniform in the national championship was so beautiful, man.
I was trying to.
It was gorgeous.
I didn't get on the bus. I didn't get on the bus after Atlanta. Obviously, my family's there, so I'm like, I ain't get on the bus. I ain't going back to Jackson for a little minute. Let me stay in Atlanta. Man, I must have took my jersey with me or something. They was about to put a hold on my account for that jersey, man. They wasn't playing about that jersey. They wanted the jersey back. I said, all right, man, I'll bring it back. Just trying to keep some memories, man.
They
wasn't playing about that. They was not playing about that jersey.
But nah, man, Dom does a good job. I'm not shocked, man. I'll say this. I played the NCAA game, man, and shout out to Rick Deuce. He has a build on the NCAA that I use, and he actually created like a Sonic Boom uniform, and it was actually fly as hell, But you couldn't mix that thing. You couldn't mix it with the other uniform. You had to wear it as a set. So if you're gonna do it, it need to be a onesie.
Yeah. Yeah, of course. It's gonna be that. If it's done, I don't know. I'm a low guy on the totem pole right now. I can't get you.
I ain't even on. I'm standing around the corner looking at the pole.
If it's done, I promise it's gonna be done right. I wouldn't let it be done any other way. I wouldn't even let them go out like, hey, hold up, wait. They got the top with the blue. No, let's just wait. That would be me. I just wait. Let's get both as a set. Let's never wear them again. Let's just throw them in the box to next year. That's what.
Hey, listen, I'm not gonna be a hypocrite though, because this is what I'm gonna say, and I stand by this. I don't care who got a problem with it, and I don't mean it in that way, so don't take it that way. I love exaggerated alternate uniforms, bro. I think it's part of the culture. You know what I mean? I just don't understand what's the difference between seeing us wear an exaggerated alternate in a color that we've never seen in our uniform scheme, and then having folks on the other side have such a hammer fist when it comes to red alternate. I don't get that.
I love the red.
I love the red. I think the red.
But again, I understand we do have leadership. We have our administration. Yeah. We that make decisions. We got to roll with it. But We ain't wearing a uniform. The players are, and the players loved it. Every time you see players come on recruit, but I get it.
Yeah, I had my red jersey. They actually gifted me.
You
I
can
did
update your
I
scout guy.
got gifted the red jersey. They gave me the red jersey.
Of course, because we
I
won't
could
wear
keep
it no
it.
more.
You can't wear
But
them
you
no
do
more.
realize you can update your you can update it if you wanted to. You know what I'm
Right?
saying?
No, they could. And for me, that was a big thing. Just that WC Grand Classic game, first home game, being able to wear the all red. Like that's the one you look for. Like you buy gear for that red game. You're never gonna wear it again, but you
And
buy new
look,
red stuff for that red game.
if you gonna rock that uni like that, bro, I need on the back of the jersey, I need everybody to say hashtag love the boom. That's what we doing. It's gonna have to be we honoring the boom.
Yeah. So you saying no nameplate?
I'm just talking crazy. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying? They can put love the boom on the back.
I'm
Hey, look,
with
they
it.
can put love the boom on the back of the helmet, but
Yeah.
this is what I do. It's just me. I put I alternate that thing, man. I put that boom logo on one side of the helmet.
Oh, that's hard.
You know what I'm saying? Put
That's
a
hard.
number on the other side. You know, it's still gonna be Jack State, but that boom logo, it's an
That boom.
alternate. You can do
That's
what you want
hard.
with
Yeah,
it.
you can do that. You can do that. That's hard. I like
Just
that.
saying. Get them decals and put them on the helmet. You're honoring your boom. It's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, no, that's
Nothing
hard.
wrong with that. Teams do it.
I was jealous when the basketball team brought it. I'm like, dang, like, why didn't you think about us? But no, that's hard.
We got a black uniform.
I love the boom. Yeah, we got black. I got my black one. I got my black one. I got my gray one. I got another gray one that's in a plaque. And then I got the red one that I gave to my high school and they put it in a plaque.
All right.
Well, your man K is gonna
I got
be
it.
nice.
Huh? Yeah.
Man K is gonna be
I
nice.
got a little man. Yep. My man K gonna be nice because I got a Ladarius Webb one on the
Shout out
way.
to Coach Webb, man.
Coach Webb one. So I got one of his on the way too. So I'm gonna have a little something.
That's what's
Yeah,
up.
man.
Yeah.
No, it's gonna be love. It's gonna look. I don't even have to know. I'm okay with waiting and being surprised and saying, I just want to see the execution of it. And I think we got one of the best in the game. I trust I trust
Yeah,
it.
Miss Dom, she killed it.
Yeah, she do her thing all the time. You know what I'm saying? It's my girl, man. So, but hey, it's when we talking about football and uniform, you get real sensitive around here, man. We just but we got it right already because I can't trip because we have the look. But a lot of folks want to see that red block back on their helmet, man. Just put the red block back on the Navy helmet and let's keep it like that. I'm not a fan of the one decal on one side, number on the other side, but hey, that's everybody else. I want both decal. I want a JSU block on both sides of the helmet. But that's just me. I'm old school when it comes to that. But nevertheless, brother, E6, Coach 6, Coach Esaias, Coach Guthrie, all that good stuff, man. We appreciate you for hanging out with us, man. This was an unnecessary, unexpected, yet necessary and appreciated a treat, man. This has been
I
fun.
appreciate it, man. Keep it funky.
And you know what's crazy? We ain't even talk about the spring game. The scrimmage, I mean. Not yet. Hey, y'all got to stay tuned in to Friday. We'll come on and talk about it Friday because I got a lot to talk about.
We got spring game. We got scrimmage Saturday.
This upcoming Saturday. I ain't going to be there.
Upcoming Saturday, we got spring game. A scrimmage.
I won't make this one, man. I got some Bible class stuff at home. I'm going to stay for it. And, yeah, man. I'll be back for the spring game. I'll be there when everybody else is there, and then we'll break that down. We'll talk about it. We'll have a good time with it.
Yeah, I love having on here, man. Y'all show me love, of course. I love
all the
talking
time,
with y'all.
brother. Hey, man, what's some parting words before we get about this thing, brother?
It's not showing these says it's not showing you love, bro. It is. There's a difference.
Yeah, that's true. It's real.
Hey, Ken, before I get off here, let me say this real quick, man. Major shout out and appreciation to my guy and Dale Jefferson and that E20 tailgate crew. I had a chance to he invited me to attend his lovely wife Christine birthday party, man. Those guys know how to party, man. Good, clean.
Hey, man, I wanted to make it. I got the invite, man. I'm glad you said that because I did not get a chance to make it.
It was great, man. It was great. It was lovely.
And the Harlem Night theme, huh, bro?
Harlem Night theme, man. So you know your boy stepped up in there. And hey, Hey man, they had the women had the little tassel things on, and they were popping fans and everything else, man. It was fun.
Everybody in this fan, you know what I'm saying? Whoa, 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 I got my boots on the pop, pop, pop. I be like, it's like we just take shit and run it in the ground, bro.
I don't know, man. Hey, it's hot right now, so it's good. So
I hear everybody got fans, and I was at the pro day. I'm looking at my phone going off. I mean, listen to my family. If y'all watching, please don't. If y'all add me to another damn family text thread, I'm gonna lose my bananas, bro. I'm gonna block all y'all on my phone. But TD, I don't know what they got coming up, but all I saw is my aunt said, I sure got my fan ready. Keep going, bro.
Yeah, but again, I just want to shout out the that E20 tailgate crew, man. They was on it. Great job there. I'm sure I know your wife appreciated it. The celebration of a birthday, man. So I just want to give them show them some love, because they even show us love during the season. E6, in tailgating, man. DJing food. When they had a golden fish, but we're gonna talk about that.
You know who you should have took with you, bro? Al B. I'm saying, Al B was gonna step in that thing looking like Harlem Night. He was gonna put that shit on.
Yeah, Al B would have been.
I ain't got no clothes. I would have had to go buy something, bro. I ain't really got nothing to wear, but I'm pretty sure it was a good time. Shout out to Dale and his lovely wife, man, in the E20 tailgaters, man. We appreciate all the love and support during the season. But I know you had a good time. Go ahead, brother.
Yes, sir. I mean, and I'm closing out, and it says appreciate you coming up, man. Great job as a player, and we already know you're gonna do a great job as a coach, man. And I know you one time aspirations of being a lawyer. Don't give up on it, bro.
Nah. We still got aspirations, still got dreams, so they still working through it. Just kind of going through it one step at a time. One step at a time.
Hey, man. Well, we appreciate you for coming up to the world. Welcome to Jackson, Mississippi. Coach E6 on this thing, man. Brother, we appreciate you, man. Have a good night. Tiger Nation, we love y'all. We thank y'all. We'll see you back on Friday. We'll break down. We'll expand a little bit more on the scrimmage, and we'll touch on whatever's latest in Tiger Land. So appreciate everybody, man. We'll see y'all on Friday. Same time, same place. I love. Go Tigers, baby.
Go Tigers.
ShotRx is bringing healthcare to you. With our mobile health team, we can come to your school, church, or business to take care of you. We offer childhood immunizations, COVID and flu vaccinations, physicals, and much more. Don't put your health off. Welcome to Care and Compassion. Welcome to ShotRx.
Hello, I'm Kevin Dent, Jackson State University, safety, Canton, Ohio. Today I'm being inducted to the Black College Hall of Fame. I want to give a shout out to KC-1400 Media Group for giving me this platform to introduce me to this stage. I'd like to thank them, thank Jackson State and Jackson State family. Go Tigers.